everyone. How are you doing today? I just had to come on to go over some of the new stuff that was shown in the live stream yesterday. So I'm just super excited about it. I don't really tune into the live streams a lot, but I'm glad I caught this one because it was just really cool to see. Oh, here, let me turn my sound up a little. All right, it was just really cool to see the gurus talk about the game and how they created it. I feel like they really put a lot of time into this pack, and especially doing the gameplay, which I thought was really cool. So I'm just gonna make this a little bit bigger real quick. Let's go. So yeah, let's take a closer look at these. So I just wanted to go over a few things I saw. I think there's a lot of gameplay stuff, like I said, and a lot of stuff I want to do with this. So first thing I noticed in the beginning is that all the tooltips. So if you haven't noticed, I've actually been, oh, I'm really quiet. Okay, is that better? Hopefully that's a little bit better. Um, but the big thing that I saw in the beginning is I love all these new tooltips. So if you haven't noticed, I've been using tooltips a lot. And some really cool ones are, I thought this was really cool that they've added in, it seems like a relationship into the tooltip. I'll have to look into that a little bit more, but there's a little bar where you can see the relationship between you and the animal that is working, that you're hovering over. So I think the animals overall are cool, and it's great that you can build relationships with them, because before, stuff like the birds, and there were actually chickens in Island Living, but they were all like virtual effects, so they weren't even really objects. So I thought that was really cool. They incorporated that. Another really cool thing I saw was the fact that they made this notebook. It's actually, I don't know how much you guys have used it. I'm pretty sure it's used with like fishing and a few other activities in the game, but that's actually base game compatible now. So I'm hoping, my biggest goal has been to make some sort of like photo album of photos you can look through. I know there's moments, but the photos are really hard to access. But one thing you can do with the notebooks is actually like put photos in there specifically, but I'd never used it because it was not base game compatible. So the fact that the notebooks are now base game compatible, I'm hoping I can do something with that for photos, which would be really cool. All right, let's see what's next. Yeah, so there are there's roosters and there's chickens. So apparently the roosters, let's see, the roosters, they can like help scare away the foxes, and the chickens you can't. They're the ones that lay the eggs. But one thing they said is you can give special treats to make them like golden or evil chickens. So we'll have to take a look and see if those. A lot of the things I'm noticing in this is they kind of locked away stuff like the treats. It sounds like you have to like craft them or get them in a special place. And so if those are in a place where they're hard to get, I'll make sure to add those either like to the recipe book or some type of, with like the Shop Chef mod, I made it so you could get all of the different food items in there. So I'm definitely going to make something for all of these animal treats, and coming up here soon, there's some more things you can buy from animals that are locked away. Yeah, so these are just part of the treats. He said that he was cheating though, so I think some of these treats you can't give to them. I don't know. I'll have to look at the coding a little bit more, but I thought that was cool. You could add treats to make them change their personalities and whatnot. So I thought that was cute. And also this rooster box, surprisingly compared to the Sims, he's in this one. So the rooster box is big, but this is totally realistic for the size of chickens, which I was so amazed by because normally, as we all know, their sizes are really big. So I thought they did really good with making this a good size. So I don't know what else much I would do with this rooster coop because it's already so cute. Okay, this is one thing I am going to make. And the first thing when I saw this is it's a good size, but it'd be great if something like this could be customizable, or like stalls with like horses, how you can keep them all on like the inside right next to each other. And so right now this housing for the cows and llamas, you can hold one cow and one llama per shed object. But if you notice, the archway is actually, it's just like a black like input, or I don't know. It's not actually like it's just a black area where they walk in and out. So I'm pretty sure that they just are hidden when they go inside. That's how things like the closet works, where they just like hide your sim when they go in there. So what I'm planning on doing is making similar to my playhouse decor or my playhouse door, where it's just a door where the sim kids could go in and play. I'm going to take it and make this just a door. So you can make a stall with like a bunch of them right next to each other. So it's easier to hold more of them. That I'll have to look around and play around. I don't really like the black area on the door, so I'll have to find something more clever, maybe kind of like the stall doors that horses have. So I'll have to play around with that, but I'll definitely be making a single door to hold the cows and llamas. Okay, so for let's see. Oh, another thing with these I forgot to mention. I just wanted to say I'm really happy the gurus, they actually made a ton of these interactions, especially taking care of the animals. It's all available for the kids, which I think is really great because, as we know, there's not a ton of interactions with kids. So almost all of these interactions are available for kids. So this is the cook together, which is new and also base game compatible. And I think also kids can cook by themselves. I'm not 100% positive on that, but based on the trailer, which is not always the most accurate representation, kids can cook by themselves. But I thought this was great that they could cook together. Obviously, it's just another thing for kids, and it's just precious having them all cook together. Let's see. Oh, some of these recipes will be locked, and then it also sounds like that the ingredients for some of these new recipes, they'll be required. So basically what that means, if you look at this cook together with user interface, normally on the left above the name, there's a little checkbox that says use fresh ingredients. And so when you have that, what it does on like the coding back end is if you don't have the ingredients, it automatically purchases them for your sim. But what they said in the stream is that it's actually going to force, like totally require you to have the ingredients. So one thing I was looking for, I'll add all of these recipes to the cookbook recipe unlocker. And then also, I'll make a way to purchase the ingredients. I know there's a grocery store in the game, but that's a market stall, which has time limitations, requires an NPC to be, to be the one like manning the grocery store. So it's not like a real grocery store. But so I'll definitely be adding those ingredients as a way to purchase them. Oh, this little box that holds everything is so cute. So I'm actually in the middle of upgrading my Hoarders Synonymous set. I am working on upgrading that, but also my cubbies to work with all the new modular features that came out with the home decorators expansion pack. And so they'll be able to be stacked and stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to be adding this box to that, as well as there's a ton of other new features with that that I won't go over here now. But this will definitely be able to go in there, and it's just so cute. And I'm really glad that they didn't force this to be in your inventory, which they did with the knitting pack. That cute little basket, they forced you to put it in your inventory to use. So I'm really happy they didn't do that. So the stitch from reference. So the photos are extremely hard to access. They're very difficult. I don't know why. It took me forever to get the photographic memory set as a way to like copy the photos over to something else. And they have the paint from reference, which you can do, and it sounds like this one works kind of the same. The bummer with both the stitch and paint from reference is you can't do it from an already existing photo. It forces you to take one in live mode, and I've been trying to figure out if there's some way you can like do it from a photo and not have to take an in-game live photo to do it. But I thought that was really cool. I'm very curious how the stitch from reference is going to work, but I'm just super pumped with this cross stitch because it's so cute. And I love that kids can do it as well. All right, I'm talking really fast. How is everyone doing today? Are you guys all good there in the live chat? You're all quiet today. But also, if you guys want to give this video a like, I know it'll help. When you guys do that, it does show up so more people can check this out, because I try to let people know about it ahead of time, but this one was kind of last minute. So yeah, if you want to help other people get here, just give this video a like, and that would be really helpful. Okay, this picnic basket. So the Hoarder's Synonymous set is something I've been working on doing huge upgrades to, especially trying to work out the photos turning black thing, which I haven't quite figured out yet. That's a really hard problem. But the reason I mention it is because this basket is the way they're using it. I can tell it's a new inventory type, which I know isn't probably doesn't mean much to you guys on the front end, but for me, there's very limited inventory types, and the fridge is actually one of the only inventory types that can preserve food. The problem with the fridge is it's a shared inventory, so if you have like 2 or 3 fridges, they all share that inventory. And the one goal with the Hoarder's Synonymous set was that I wanted to be able to create separate inventories. So, circling back, the reason this picnic basket seems so awesome is because it is going to have, it's a separate inventory, and also I'm not positive until I look at the code, but it is it preserves food freshness, it's separated, and I don't think it has a limited inventory, because there's also things like the sack lunch, but you can only put one item in that at a time. So I'm really hoping I can utilize this picnic basket to be able to like store and separate food, but also preserve freshness, because that is just the one thing with my Hoarder's Synonymous set, is that any food in those don't preserve freshness, which is kind of a bummer. So I won't be able to tell for sure until I look at the coding, but if there's some way I can add that in, that would be awesome. Okay, let's go next one. Oh yeah, and this is just, you can live drag into there, and this makes me think it can hold unlimited items. The canning is super awesome. I'm super pumped about this. It's so cute. Also, the way they cooked, I don't think I got a screen grab of this one, no. But one thing I've been doing, I know I just came out with the cupcake maker, and the way I did that is by basically making them use the oven. And so one thing I've been playing around with recently is trying to move the candle maker set, the fizzy station, And I think there was one other thing, but I'm working on additions for those to be able to make those on the stove, and it would work totally similar to the cupcake maker. But the reason I mentioned the canning is because they cook on the pot, like in a big, like, I don't know what it's called, like those uh, big cast iron cute pots. Anyways, I thought that would be perfect for especially the candle making because it kind of has a big pot like that. So being able to like melt the candles on the stove and then being able to carve them on like a counter. So I've been playing around with that and the fizzy machine. So I'm trying to figure out a better way than making them boil it on the stovetop because that's not totally accurate. So I don't know. If you guys have any ideas of a way to incorporate the fizzing machine onto the stove or some other cooking, let me know. Or just drop it in the chat. I would love to see what you guys are thinking for that. I did try making the fizzy machine station smaller at first, but and just making like it the golden or the copper big, I think it's the still. But I was having trouble with the animations and it was really complicated. So I think being able to make it on the stove would just make it the smallest possible footprint, but trying to find a good way to make that realistic. All right. So, okay, so these bunnies are so cute. They're let me see. Let me look at my notes what I wrote down for this. Okay, I also am catching up on the Twitch chat. So thank you for bearing with me, guys, because this is my first time streaming to Twitch, and I'm just a total noob there. So I'm trying to figure it out. But I will definitely, at the end of this, if I'm not responding to the comments, I am going to read back through all of these and I'll answer any questions. So also, if you have any other questions, just drop them in. Kyle is grabbing questions for me to answer at the end. So, okay, so the bunnies. So you can create relationships with them. And they said they're found all around in the world. And they mentioned something about them tunneling around in the world. So I'm curious how that works. But they said you could give them critter gifts, so we'll have to see if that is easily available. If not, again, like I said, I'll make a way to purchase all this stuff. And then it says in order to bring them home, you have to build a relationship with them. And then once you have a relationship, you can buy a home and bring them home. Which I know I make a lot of cheating stuff, but that's because I was always a Sims cheater at heart. I always cheated money, everything, like making them have top skills and everything. So the cheater in me made me think that it would be really cool to make it a way to just buy the bunnies like people buy in real life. Kind of just like how the hamster cage works. You can just buy them. So I'm definitely going to add something like that. And then, what else did I write down? Oh yeah, the kids and toddlers can help interact with it. And also the bunnies, and then also the birds. They said they can help with the garden. So I'm curious how that's going to work. I know the scarecrow, forget his name. I know he has some name. But he helps with the garden too. But you have to be friends with them and ask them to help. So if you guys want me to do anything with that to make that easier, let me know for that as well. But I'll definitely make it so you can just buy these for the cheaters out there like me. Oh, and make their relationships really, really cute. Or not really cute. Make it so they can have relationships really quick. I just put this clip in here. So this is, what did they call him? They called him the shopkeeper. Or no, not the shopkeeper. What did they call him? This guy. He seems really cool. What did I do with him? Anyways, he is. You can buy stuff from him. Like, I put this in one because I thought the hip bump was really cute. I don't know if that's something that's always been in there, but I thought that was cute. And then also this guy. You can buy animal clothing from him. I don't know if it's just from him, but the way they were talking about it, it kind of seemed like it. And I know he's got a bunch of other interactions with doing errands and stuff. I'm not so sure. Creature Keeper! Thank you, official That Sims Lady. Creature Keeper is his name. It's close to Critter Keeper. But yeah, so you can buy all the animal clothing from him, and I'll make that so you can buy it from somewhere else for the cheaters, because I mean, these are just so cute and we don't want to be limited to them. Oh, I forgot to mention Christy Payne. She said that bird tree needs to be a bird house. I thought that too, because there's already a ton of bird houses, and then there's one that I think it came in seasons where you can feed the birds. So I totally thought about combining those two as well. And I'm hoping the bunny, if I can make like an actual cage for them, that would be pretty cool as well. And the foxes. So the foxes, the clothes are also found in debug. Okay, that's good to know. GHG died. Jay. I'm glad you have so much background knowledge on this. I'm so curious. But yeah, the foxes look so cute. And it didn't seem like you can make like a relationship with them like you can with the bunnies and the birds, but you can dress them. And also looking at this, I'm noticing, if you guys see this little brown planter, I know it looks like they just put build by and stuff in there, but I wonder if that's a planter, because that's actually really cute. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can put clothes in them though. So I thought that was funny. But I don't think you can own them like the other ones, but you can dress the foxes, which I thought was cute. Oh, you can have GHJ died. You can have a relationship with the foxes too. Okay. Good to know. I don't think they have homes though. Maybe not. Okay. So the gardening stuff. So previously I had made the, Absolutely Radishing Garden set where I made those modular mounds, and I thought the mounds they made were so cute. I was kind of bummed to see that they put this little gap in between each of them. So I'm waiting to update my Absolutely Radishing gardening set to see one, hopefully it doesn't break it, but two, to incorporate some of these new features of the gardening set, and I'll try to make these modular too. I'm pretty sure I can. The only thing is they're a lot bigger, and what they had said was, you can see, so the planters are kind of annoying, like the current ones, because you have the single size and then you have the large ones, and there are if you can kind of see here, you can see you can either put 4 plants in it or one in the middle. And so when you do trees and stuff, and currently as it is in game, you have to use a large planter. And as soon as you put a tree or what they consider the larger plants in the middle of it, it doesn't let you grow anything else, which I think is probably how like these pumpkin and super large ones work. The planting is really hard to modify. So I kind of tried fixing that with the mounds, but there's kind of the limitation there for what can be planted where, and also like if you're near your house, there's a ton of issues too. But so I'm gonna try and make that better. But some of the gardening stuff is like untouchable. Okay, so I skipped over this real quick, but I just wanted to mention that they have finally made the calendar base game compatible, which is so awesome. I've been wanting to use it. I always can make stuff that is, pack dependent, but I really try to do base game compatible because the packs can just be really expensive, and I come from a low income background, so I know not everyone has it, and so I really want to make my stuff as base game compatible as possible. So the fact that this calendar is now base game compatible is awesome. Because one thing, I have so many works in progress, but one thing I was working on with the ice cream set is actually a food truck ice cream that shows up to your house. But my limitation, the reason I didn't finish it, was because a lot of the ways you can get something to show up at your house, kind of like Father Sims or Winter. What's it? I'm missing it. The Santa type guy. Him and like the Easter Bunny are through these things called events, and they happen based on season or like a holiday event, but you couldn't really tell when they were happening. So I wanted to like a ice cream truck to randomly appear at your house on certain days. And the calendar is one way to enable that and make it base game compatible for everyone. So that I'm excited to do more stuff with the calendar now that that feature is opened up to base game players. And yeah, I'll maybe I'm gonna stream again. I was planning on streaming again Sunday, but I might move it to Wednesday. But I'll definitely talk more about all of my other work in progress stuff because I have so much. It's almost overwhelming. Just more of the gardening. Okay, one thing here too, if you can see these mounds, so typically in the past you could have like 4 plants, but this one seems like you can have 9, which would be cool to kind of make them closer together. And let's see. So yeah, I'm going to work and do as much as I can with this. The fertilizer, there's new fertilizer types. I know before you could use like pet poop and they had some other fertilizers. So I'll make sure to add all of these to my retail therapy sets. Oh, and also again with these, they didn't update it. So it sucks. You have to buy the seed packets separately, then like drag and drop them onto the planters and then have your sim plant them, which I always thought was kind of so annoying. That's why with my Absolutely Radishing set, I made it so you can buy the seed, it automatically places it, and then your sim goes to plant it, all in one interaction. So I'll see what I can do with these ones as well, adding that feature to automatically plant stuff. Fertilizer. Okay. I'm wondering if anyone saw these and had the exact same idea as me, which was, and by these things, I mean the little booths on the right. I immediately thought lemonade stand. The like I know they're for like judging or something, but I've always wanted to do like a little lemonade stand. I'm pretty sure they had it in Sims 3. I'm not 100% positive, but I think they did. So I thought it would be so cute to make a little booth where Sims kids could sell lemonade. So I've looked into the tuning for that, coding for that a little bit before, and it's totally possible. But I thought these were so cute if I could repurpose them for that. So it kind of worked like the craft sales tables where the sim could just have it out front of their house, and then I think they call it start a yard sale, but you could start like a little lemonade stand. So that was my idea with when I saw those. I was like, oh, that'd be so cute, especially with the little pennant banners. So precious. Oh, so we got a new community board with this set, and it looks like you can read about the fairs and the villagers. But what I thought was really cool, maybe it's the next slide. Oh no, it's not. But it opens up this UI and tells you more about the players, which I thought was really cool. I don't know if there's something like that now. I know you could, like on the bottom right, your panel, you can see your relationships, but I'm curious if there's something more I can do with that UI. I really love UI, user interface, if anyone doesn't know that term. But that's like, user interface. That's why I try and use the pickers a lot. I know the Sims, a lot of stuff, like especially like the fridge, a lot of it uses the pie menus, and I really try and use the pickers as more of a visual because I think it's easier to do that way. But so yeah, I thought that was really cool new user interface, and I'm excited to see what I can do with that. Okay, I think I was just trying to show the market stall here because both of them are so cute, and especially that little shelf thing in the front is so cute, and it doesn't have anything on it when it's closed, which means it will be really easy to separate that. Also with the market stalls, so I've actually been working on trying to do stuff with the market. Oh, this was also another reason I didn't do the food truck, is because all of the animations for the market stalls weren't base game compatible. But as of the summer sessions, a ton of stuff came out. Like they moved a bunch of stuff to be base game compatible. So the market stalls are now fully base game compatible. I mean, obviously not like the ones that came with the packs, but for me, like the coding and the animations are base game compatible, which means it'll be super easy for me to go and finish the both like the lemonade stand, or not lemonade stand, the ice cream truck. And I also figured out a way to finally make the NPCs be auto employed, because I think it's kind of silly. You have to employ people for like a public venue. But yeah, both of them are so cute. I love both of those market stands. Oh yeah, this is the UI for the little people thing. Okay, and so this is a world item, but what I thought here, this is kind of a far out view, but I don't know if you guys can see all of these little grass patches with rocks on the side with edging. I was like, there already were some in debug mode, but you couldn't really connect them. And one thing my sister Mandy has always been asking for is some kind of like edging that's cuter. So I've tried doing it with fence stuff before, but I was wondering, I was hoping maybe I could use some of these patches to make kind of like an edging at the house. And also, let's see if I have it in the next one. Well, to continue on what I was already saying, these little rock planter things, most of these come in the world objects, and so you're not able to use, like, you can place them, but you have to unlock the cheat, which is show world objects, I think. But I was like, these planters I'm definitely going to turn into regular planters that you can like use at home if they aren't already, because they're so cute. And there's like tons of different sizes, but I just loved that. The next big thing they did here were they used shells a lot. So shells, I think they call them just like lot housing shells. But basically what it is it turns a building to be interactable, which there's a few of them. I know like the lighthouse is interactable. There's a building in Batu, the pack that shall not be named, the Batu pack. I know there's like the droid depot, I think it's called. You can buy stuff. But these ones are just so cool because you can look in the window. And there's a lot of possibilities there. I was actually talking to little Deco recently, who's like my Simi BFF, and I was telling him I've always wanted to use the train station shell building from Snowy Escape and make it like an actual train station, because there's like a subway car, and actually one of my projects in my graveyard file was a truck or like a car you could keep at home and use it to travel. But just seeing more stuff with shells made me think, oh, it'd be cool to make a train station. And there just seems to be a lot of new interactions with shells, so I'm curious to see what else we can do with them. Yeah, and this one you can change outfits, and the little mannequins in the window I just thought were so cute. But again, I think this just shows that it's really cool to see that the gurus really listened and added in a lot more gameplay and features. So I'm just really excited for that, for all of you guys, and to see what possibilities there are with that. So they talked about these. This is the pond. So this is almost through the end of going over their live stream. But this pond, they let you in build by mode put these little tiles on there that are called attractors. And so basically those already exist in the game, but they've never let you place them. So for example, trying to think what has it. There's like dolphin attractors in Island Living. Also, all of this knowledge is from me based on looking at like the coding and tuning, which is where most of my gameplay knowledge comes from, just by looking at how it works on the code. But so there already are attractors, but there's never been an attractor that you can like place in game yourself, which I thought was really cool, because there's a lot of cool things you can do with attractors, and most of them are just hidden on the background. So the fact that they let you put these attractors in the world was, I thought, really awesome. And there's a ton of options for that, stuff I can do with that. So I think this is the end of the live stream. I'm going to show a little sneak peek of my modular curtains. But before there, I wanted to go through some of the live chat questions because I missed them. All right, Madison said, would you consider making a recolor of the animal housing stalls to look more like a traditional barn? So yes, Madison, I don't know if you caught the beginning of the live stream, but I'm actually, let's see, I might be able to go back to them. Oh, I'll talk about that bike in a second. But so let's see. Yeah, here it is. So my plan was, instead of doing a recolor of this, what I'm going to do is separate the door, and make it so you can place the door anywhere. So this would work kind of like my playhouse, the playhouse door that I have, where you can place the door on any wall and then kids can go in and out and use it. So that is my plan, to make it just like that. And then you could build your own barn and you can put as many of them as you want side by side. So that is my plan for that. And then I also got a question from Madison. Could you attach the birds to the birdhouse that came with Eco Lifestyle and the bird feeder? Yeah, so those I definitely want to integrate. I think those bird houses are really cute. There's also like just a decor. I think there's like 3 different bird houses that are just decor. But yeah, I will definitely be able to turn those into homes really easily. And one thing, if you guys could actually give me some feedback in the comments, that I kind of struggle with doing is, I don't like cluttering up your build by. And so there's a lot of times I can add functionality to items, and what I can do is do an override, which basically means I override the object and add functionality to it. What this does is it doesn't add another item to your build by, but also I don't know if you guys always want that functionality. So I always struggle with, do I override or like make a new object? And typically a lot of the stuff is just decor anyways, and those don't really have tuning. So those are easy to override. I would never really override something that has a functionality already. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys prefer overrides or new ones, because my main goal is to not, one of my many goals is to not clutter up your build by, which I really try to do because it's a lot of stuff. Hi GFE, you've caught another one. That's exciting. And GFV also asked, yes, please, more to rabbit hole shell interactions. And yeah, I am super happy to add more rabbit hole kind of stuff. And there's so many possibilities with that. So you guys let me know what kind of stuff you want. Like I said, I thought the train station would be really cool as a way to like travel around. But if there's other ideas you guys have for rabbit holes, they were hard for me to figure out at first, but they're actually pretty easy to do. So yeah, let me know what ideas. Purse Phone Hazard says, I just want to be as good at terrain painting as whoever did the scene on the screen right now. I'll have to find the link. Someone actually painted with the terrain tools. Oh, let me see if I can find it. Someone used the terrain tools. Oh, sorry, it's jumping. Let me hide this real quick because I'm about done with that. Painting. Someone did like a beautiful masterpiece with terrain painting. There's actually like a bunch of really cool stuff people have done, like artwork with terrain painting. So I thought that was really cool. Um, so before, I'm gonna make this a quick one today, because I'm actually trying to finish up my modular curtains. So let me open up this bad boy right now. So, um, these modular curtains I'm so excited about. So these are just, let me move this more to the middle. So basically, I've been working on this for a while. It's taken me a lot to figure out. I've ended up, so these are all going to be base game compatible. And right now I have two versions. I have one with a double rod and one with a single rod. So the double rod lets you put two layers. It lets you layer curtains, right? So I think it's about to cycle over to the double rod. So yeah, you can put a curtain on the back rod and the front rod, and they can be totally separate. And the single rod obviously only lets you put one curtain on there. But they're totally modular, so you only are going to have three pieces in your build buy mode: a left rod, right curtain rod, and then the middle one. And the curtains are attached and controlled through live mode. And so in live mode, you can change the length of them. So everything's contained into small, medium, large. And then you can add, like I said, the back curtain. And I have like a few different styles. But the cool thing is they link together. Everything links together. And like basically becomes one object. And I've done tons of testing. None of this stuff deletes with that wallpaper change. That was like my big thing. I had to figure it out. Everything places without move objects on. So yeah, I'm super excited for these. So, and I just show one curtain here, but I have quite a few different styles. And then I'm also going to make templates, for other creators that they can use as a base, so everything's so they can create other curtains and other curtains rods. Also, this left one here, you can see there's different ends on it. So in live mode, you can also toggle what type of end it has. So if you want them to be like on the ends, if you want them to be seamless even longer, like you can see here, this doesn't have an end. You can put no end, or you can put a finial is the technical term for them. Or just like, fancy finial or a plain finial. So there's tons of interactions with this. You can make them as long or as short as you want. But yeah, so I've been working on these a ton. And with that, I don't want to give you guys too much of a preview because I want to show them off where I can actually show all the interactions with them, because this is just a small little preview of it. But I'm going to go work my heart out and try and get these done tonight, wrap them up so I can get them out for everyone. But yeah, I'll do a little bigger showcase of these later. And one final question I'll answer before I head off is, or two of them, No Chew said, can you have a pop-up window of bakery items where we can buy them from the shell build interactions? That is a great idea. It seems like, yeah, you can add. Buying stuff is actually really easy. It's more, or being able to purchase stuff to your inventory. That's really easy. It's more of like the animation of them doing the shopping and trying to purchase it that's hard to figure out. So but that's totally doable to buy stuff from the shell. But that is cute, a cute idea to do like a little bakery shell and buy bakery items from there. That was a cute idea, No Chew. And then Kai Millen said about feedback for my separate versus overriding objects. She likes it so that they're separate objects. And she said it overrides with many no fade mods. Oh, so the no fade mods are when you zoom in. Yeah, that's a setting. Interesting. Okay, well, one thing with the fading, if people override them, so when you override an object, you can selectively override things. So you can actually make, I'm trying to think how to explain it. So you can basically just override the tuning and stuff like not where the fading is done. So the fading is a separate setting. The fading does really drive me nuts. The one thing I wish would fade are freaking the lights on the ceiling. I've actually been thinking about doing like a little override or making, I know my like super bright ceiling light, but I hate that when your wall's down that maybe it's just me because I try and take screenshots of my stuff in game, but I feel like the lights always get in the way, at least the ceiling lights. And I wish they would be hidden when like the walls go down and fade when you get closer. Okay, last final question, Rianne. Will you make some for windows above counters? I'm guessing this was like interactable windows above counters. I'm thinking, I guess you mean. Yeah, I can totally do that. And I think that's a good idea. One thing I really wanted to do was now that the market stall stuff, which is like all those big market stands where you can go buy stuff, now that that's base game compatible, I've been wanting to do like a store where you can buy stuff from, where like it's NPC is auto employed, and so that would also be another option too, is kind of making market stall that you can sell anything from, and your Sims, doesn't have to be oh, that's okay. I'm answering a random, didn't understand what she meant. So Riran said she was talking about the curtains. Yeah, I actually didn't make a counter length curtain, but I can. Yeah, I'll add that. I'll add that tonight. That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. So yeah, that's a good idea. How much, and any other curtain feedback, give it in now because I'm wrapping it up. But I don't know, how long do you like those curtains for above the window? Just like, I don't know, one tile? I don't know. Let me know. And if you don't get a chance to respond before I end the stream, feel free to put it in the comments too, and I will read it. But yeah, any other suggestions before I wrap these guys up, let me know. And I'm super excited for this new pack to come out, and I can't wait to add a bunch of stuff to it. I really need to finish all my work in progress before it comes out so I can focus on making some new stuff, because all I've been doing recently is mostly working on updates to like my older sets, which I know has taken a while, but I promise you it's worth it because they're going to be so great. Anyways, thank you for spending your short time of your Friday afternoon with me. I love you guys. You're the best. And yeah, I can't wait to talk to you next time. And last question I'll answer from Miriam. Could you make the phone booth functional? Yes, I forgot to mention that. I totally want to make it functional. Drop in the comments how you want it to be functional, rabbit hole. But yeah, let me know. You can always send requests to me on my website, ravishing.com. My Discord is also the best place. I'm really active on there if you have more questions or suggestions. And then also I'm going to be streaming more. So if you guys give me a subscribe, you'll be notified for when I post new videos. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk